What's up, YouTubers? Rich here from 2RC Productions here. And we got a little something for you here. I got an email from Jennifer at New Bright yesterday night and said that she had something special coming, heading our way. She said it was a new release, something they thought that I would like. So today I get home and I got a box sitting by the front door. So I come in and I open it up. And New Bright always has cool stuff. They've always had cool stuff. They're toy grade RC company, toys in general. They've always had cool stuff, but I thought it was just a general basic RC, maybe something a little bit different, maybe not a truck, maybe something else, but I honestly had no idea what it would be. She told me it was a new line of product that they were trying out and they wanted to know what I thought of it. Well, when I unboxed this, I was thoroughly impressed, blown away, and excited all at the same time. I've been saying this for a long time, that companies like New Bright need to bridge the gap a little bit between toy grade and hobby grade. Well, obviously, it's tough because you have a lot of things involved with that. There's, obviously money is a huge thing. It costs money to make things, you have to... Maybe you have a certain budget, a certain price point where you have to keep the price, so something has to get cut somewhere. If you're going to hold a certain price point, you have to cut back a little bit on something. Well, generally toy grade RCs have always suffered in the proportional category. What I mean by proportional, for those of you that don't know, is digital proportional control means that the more throttle you give it gradually, the vehicle will react to how much throttle you're giving it. A little bit of pressure, the car goes slow. A little bit medium pressure, the car goes a little bit faster. If you hit the gas all the way, the car goes full speed. Same with steering. If you give it a little bit of input at the controller, it'll turn a little bit. If you give it full input, it'll turn, all the way. Without proportional, you press the trigger, it's full gas. You turn the wheel, it's full turning. And it's fun, it works, but as you start to get a little more advanced in the RC, you find that once you drive a vehicle with proportional steering and throttle, it's a whole new element, and it just adds so much more fun to the already cool experience. So anyway, I open this box and I see this RC Extreme Frenzy Pro Series. This is their new series, their Pro Series. This is sold at Toys R Us. It has not even been released yet. It's not going to be in stores till December sometime. So you're seeing it here first at 2RC Productions. The New Bright RC Extreme Frenzy. And on the box, you can notice something that is very out of character for a toy grade RC that you might find at Toys R Us. Brushless motor. Brushless power right on the front of the box. It's got a brushless motor and a speed controller. Number two is you see the 20 mile per hour speed, which is huge for a toy grade RC. I mean, there's some toy grade RCs that run pretty darn good, and New Bright has some that are really quick, but 20 mile an hour is moving. Back in the 80s when we were doing all the Tamiya cars, with the 540 or a stock motor, modified, a little bit of gearing, our old Tamiya cars, like my Hornet, with a 7-cell and a stock motor, did like 23 miles an hour back in the day. And it was fast. It was moving. So the ages on this are 8+. And if you give this to an 8-year-old kid, 20 mile an hour, that's fast. That's fast. It's 20 mile an hour. I understand by today's standards, guys are doing 60 miles an hour and so on. But 20 miles an hour is moving for a 110 scale vehicle. It's like 230 miles per hour scale speed. It's fast. And it'll give you tons of enjoyment at that speed. So we covered a couple of the points. The other thing, it has all metal gears. So they were thinking about adding brushless power and more speed, more power, more torque, more wear. They thought to add metal gears, which is huge. Because otherwise, if they were plastic, if they skimped in that area, the gears would be stripping out. So it's all metal gears. It's 2.4 gigahertz controller. They got a full hobby grade style pistol grip controller in there, I saw. And I'll show you this real quick. You saw enough of the front of the box. You flip this up, it gives you a view of the vehicle. So you can see the top of the box there. And it shows you the vehicle actually in the box. And it is a cool looking truck. It's got a polycarbonate body with body pins on it. It's got 9.6 volt lithium ion battery pack, 2200 milliamp, which will give you decent run times. I said they advertised on the sheet that they sent that it'll run about 15 minutes. 13 to 15 minutes at full throttle, and then depending how you drive it, if you're on and off, you might get 20 minutes, half-hour runtime. It'll be interesting to see the runtime. But the cool thing about these vehicles is they come with their charger, they come with the battery. You plug it in the wall, you plug in the charger, just like the other New Bright vehicles. And I think their charging system is excellent. I mean, it's very easy to figure out. Doesn't take that long. They're saying about an hour, hour and a half charge time, which is nothing for a car this quick. You'll notice the big tires. It's got big wheels and tires on it. They're grippy rubber. It says it's got full suspension front and rear, the polycarbonate body, the pistol grip radial, the 9.6 feet power, 2.4 gigahertz, digital proportional. So, I mean, this has everything that you would expect a hobby grade RC to have. Now, here's where the question comes in. Where is the durability going to be? And just going from past vehicles that I've tested and vehicles that I've had over the years, because I've had a lot of New Bright stuff since the time I was a kid, their vehicles are very durable. They would stand abuse that a lot of my hobby grades won't even take. I mean, I've had hobby grade vehicles that I bought, I've taken them out of the box, run them for 5 seconds, and they break. I've had it happen. So far, the New Bright vehicles that I've had, and I've even passed them around, like, I've given them to my nieces to run. A buddy of mine at work, his kids have used the New Bright vehicles and pounded on them and just use them and use them and use them, and nothing happens. They keep coming back for more. So if New Bright did their homework on this, which I'm expecting they did, I'm saying this vehicle is also going to have a durability factor that's worth talking about. And that's what's really important here, because if we're dishing out the speed and the control and the looks and everything hobby grade pretty much, we want it to be durable. And if it is durable, like their other vehicles, this thing is going to be a killer machine to have on the shelf at a store where people will go. And the thing is, people are going to go into a store and they're going to look for an RC. And this price point is like, it's price point at $159, which is up where some hobby grade vehicles are with brushless systems. And if you could pull this off the shelf at Toys R Us and run this thing and crash it, it's got a huge bumper in the front. This is going to be incredible, because people will buy this to have a really good vehicle. If I went into Toys R Us and saw this, and knew that, hey man, this guy down the street had one, man, this thing is fast, it jumps, it does everything, it runs awesome, it steers good, you're going to buy that. And there's going to be nothing else on the shelf that compares to this at Toys R Us. So I feel at Christmas time, they are going to clean up with these things. Anybody that wants to go to that next level, that maybe doesn't have a hobby shop around them, or doesn't know about hobby shops, or a little bit about hobby grade, but they see this on the shelf, or parents shopping for the kids that don't really know what to get, and their kid wants a fast RC and it's labeled 20 miles an hour right on the box, it's going to be huge. So anyway, I've been rambling enough here, but I'm very, very excited about this, because this is a huge, huge step for New Bright. So I want to thank Jennifer from New Bright in general for sending me out this vehicle to test before it's even been released. Our video will be the first video on YouTube for this vehicle, so I'm very stoked about that. So I'm going to cut away right now, and I'm going to unbox this thing, and we're going to get a look at this machine outside the box. All right, YouTubers, we got the Frenzy out of the box. And what we got here, we got a pistol grip, 2.4 gigahertz radio. The radio is definitely an upgrade over some of the past controllers. It definitely feels a little better in the hand. It feels more hobby grade. The wheel is still a little bit light. It does have pretty good spring action. A little bit of grip on here would have been nice. It's just smooth plastic. It does have steering trim on it, and the action on the throttle spring feels really good. So it's going to be interesting to see how this controls the vehicles, or the vehicle. I think it's going to work well. The spring tension feels good. Like I say, a little bit of rubber there would have been nice, but let's get to the vehicle. We got to get on to the next thing here. The next thing here is the battery. And if you notice, everything about this is mimicking a hobby grade vehicle. I mean, it's so close. They're so close right now. And I think this is really cool. I just think this is a really cool thing. If I could have went into a store and bought a vehicle like this as a kid, you know, I mean, it's just, we didn't have this kind of stuff back when I grew up in the 80s, and this is just very impressive where it's going now in store toy grade RCs. So you can see the battery with the leads. The lead actually looks like very close to like an ECX connector, but it's a little bit different. Got the battery leads, looks like a LiPo hard case battery, so that's pretty cool. It's got the balance charger and the power cord comes with it. It also comes with 2 AA batteries for the controller, and there is the vehicle. And I got to start by saying that these tires, the compound is just incredible. They feel completely like a hobby grade RC. They're super soft. They got foam inserts in them. They're grippy. And I think they're going to work really, really well on the road, on the dirt, on the grass. They're big. I mean, they're like, I just dropped something. What the heck did I drop? But anyway, I'm going to try to give you a comparison. I'm saying they're all of the size of the Blackfoot tires. In fact, I'll grab the Blackfoot real quick and put it in front of there. And I'm saying that these tires are very, very close to the size of like the Blackfoot, to give you an idea. If I had my tape measure right here in front of me, I'd measure them for you, but I don't. So very cool looking tires. Got a huge bumper on the front. There's a lot of toe-in going on here, and I'm not sure if that'll affect the way it's driving or straighten out when you drive or whatever, but it seems like there's a lot of toe in there. The bumper is huge, which is good for kids running. You don't have to worry about smashing into something and hitting the tire and breaking the suspension or whatever. The bumper is huge. It's flexible. The body is cool. It's polycarbonate. Feels hobby grade. It's got like a little cage on the back, which is neat. It does have full suspension, like I said. It's very stiff. The springs are stiff, which should work out for jumping. It's going to be bouncing around a lot. You can see the axles in the back and gearbox, suspension all works. So it's just very interesting. I'm very interested to see what this thing runs like. I'm going to take this off. There's body pins in there. It also comes with a bag with extra body pins. So we're going to pull this off and get a look at this chassis. Okay, there's the body off. Wow. Look at this thing, man. This is just crazy. I'm just blown away right now. I am absolutely blown away that New Bright has come out with a car like this. I mean, look at this chassis. I mean, it's got the full suspension. You can see the little brushless motor sitting in there, the leads. It's got a regular servo on it. You see the servo arms. They're all flexible. They're plastic. So it looks like they'll take some abuse and flex. And a lot of this stuff, man, I'm telling you, like the New Bright Warrior, which I have right here, is one that they sent out last year. And we put this thing through the paces. And when I pulled this out of the box, it felt so lightweight and the plastic seemed so light that I thought for sure that it would break, that we would damage it, something would happen. And I'm telling you what, this thing has not broke. So when I'm looking at these plastic parts and I'm thinking, this thing's moving pretty good, you know, I wonder what's going to happen with these plastic parts. But I got to say that from past experience with New Bright, it's probably going to be fine. The only thing I'm not sure about is why there's so much toe in like this. And I'm going to see what happens when we start driving this. There might be a way I can adjust that. It does have steering trim to keep it running straight. But the chassis, you see, it's got like a tub chassis. Battery compartment right here. I'm not sure exactly how that works yet. I got to figure that out. But the battery will sit right in the side. You got your motor, your gearbox. You got your electronic speed controller. So very, very cool. We're going to get some run video of this for sure. I got more video coming up of the dash cam Jeep. We're going to do a couple run videos. Like I said, I'm going to be announcing the giveaway. Like I said, I told you I'd announce it closer to Thanksgiving. We're going to be giving away a New Bright dash cam Jeep Trailcat. So that's going to be a very cool thing for someone. I wanted to be giving it away closer to Christmas so somebody can get a really cool Christmas present. And that was sponsored by New Bright. They had sent me 2 dash cams, one for us to review and one for a giveaway for the channel. So this is what we got, guys, right now. Very, very impressed so far looking at this thing. And if it runs half as good as this package looks, I'm going to be very impressed. And what I am going to be doing is running this, and I'm going to be giving it to the kids and passing them the controller. Now, this is going to be a lot quicker than any of the other New Bright vehicles that have ever come out. This is going to be a lot faster. And I think that having the proportional controls, like I said, is going to make all the difference in the world. So, I'm not going to keep you anymore. Put the controller over here. You can get a look at that again. So, you got the car with the brushless system, proportional control, the 2.4 gigahertz pistol grip. You got your battery. You got your charger, your AA for the controller. It is a fully ready-to-run package. Everything you need to run is in the box. A lot of times when companies say ready to run, you end up having to go buy something still. Everything is in this package. So we are going to see what happens with this, and I will be reviewing this in a run form because, I mean, obviously, you know, vehicles look cool sitting on the shelf, but we want to see how this bad boy runs. So, all right, till next time. Rich from 2RC Productions here. I want to thank New Bright again for sending this out before they even have a release. This is a huge deal for us. Richie was home when I opened the box. Ryan was here. Everybody was excited. It was a very, very cool honor to send something out before it's even released to us. So I appreciate that greatly. And till next time, Rich from 2RC Productions. Thanks a lot for watching. Please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to the video if you haven't.